Hey everyone, and we're back with another video. Before we get started, we are going to go ahead and take some deep breaths in and out while meditating on soaking in His presence. The link will be in the description box below. Okay, so now that we've done our breathing exercises, the topic today is going to be a continuation to Faith Works. I actually think that this may be a series because you could just keep going on and on and on and on and on with this subject matter. By all things wonderful. Again, you guys, I do not have a set topic today, but I did want to go further into the key components of being righteous and living a life of righteousness. And these key components are love, respect, empathy, community, and integrity. These are really top 5 key components I believe are needed to live a life in righteousness. Live a life that is pleasing to the Most High. You must be able to have these key components in your character. And I touched on this before, that I believe that these things, go hand in hand when you have the Holy Spirit, the Ruach Kodesh dwelling within you. These are just kind of like the things that just automatically, it's like a precursor or a prerequisite to having the Holy Spirit dwelling inside of you. Love, respect, empathy, community, and integrity. And I want to continue to push these vibes out onto people, whoever watches this video. I want to send blessings and just an abundance of you just receiving all of these key components. Because I mean, I feel like if you have these, then you have enough faith to get you through these trials and tribulations that we're going through right now, with inflation, with lack of supplies, and just, it seems like, the United States is really just getting it from all ends, right? And, if you look at some of my past videos, I touched base on how I felt like, with the current, president that is in office, and how he came to be in office, and how it was so unfairly played out with the media and all this stuff and propagating and all this stuff, that the Most High wasn't gonna take it easy. And you see that he's not been, and it is what it is. But as long as you have faith and you have these 5 key components, you will be blessed and you will make it out all right. I do believe so, and I pray for that for all of the true chosen. And so what I wanted to touch base on further is, I changed up the beginning of my videos. It went from it's the journey, not the destination, to it's the journey and the destination. This is very valid, you guys, because it is both. Your journey counts to where you end up in life, in this earthly realm and in the spiritual realm. And it is very naive and kind of egotistical to think that it doesn't. To think that you could just live a life of mischievousness and just, being a drunkard, being, an adulterer and all this stuff, and still think that, your destination could be something like paradise in the end. It's just not applicable. It's just not reality. It's not true. That type of way of thinking. And we need to wake up from this type of belief that you can just live however you want to live and do whatever you want to do, and the Most High is just going to forgive that, or you just going to go to some paradise once you die, just because in your mind you perceive yourself to be a good person, or you perceive yourself to be okay. It just doesn't happen like that. There are rules and there are guidelines. What happens in the physical, it is very much key to knowing what is happening in the spiritual. Now, it's on a much higher level. It's on a deeper level, deeper understanding. It's multidimensional. The Most High is multidimensional, yes. But just like, with anything, in school, there's rules you have to abide by, right? You have to do your homework. You have to get good grades. You have to have good behavior. You have to dress a certain way and all this, types of stuff in order for you to graduate, in order for you to advance. The same goes, excuse me, you guys. The same goes for, when you move up, when you pass away and you leave this earthly realm and you go into the spiritual realm, the Most High is going to have you account for the things you did in this earthly realm. There are rules, there are guidelines. Now, the number one thing you can refer back to for these rules is the Bible. And I probably will go deeper into some scripture on, what the Most High deems as good and appropriate, some rules and regulations in the Bible that, we as true believers, true chosen, must live by in order to not only get into the gates, but, have advanced standing, if you want to call that, when we get into the presence of the Most High. What I'm finding is that there's a lot of people who are struggling, a lot of with the true chosen and with the, Bible tollers. They are really struggling to let go of those Pharisaic beliefs. That's a real challenge for them. I've really been wanting to delve into the Sefer, because there's a lot of good books that have been taken out of the Bible, that we don't know about, that they've been hiding. And then you have to ask yourself, why are they hiding this information? Why are they hiding this knowledge? It must be for a reason, right? Just like, do your own investigation to realize none of this makes sense. None of this adds up. In my mind, they took those books out of the Bible because they had true meaning. They didn't want us advancing spiritually, and so that's why they took them out of the Bible. But then you have these people who are just so set on just the Bible, just the King James, and they believe that all of this information hasn't been tampered with, all of it is true, and you should live exactly by what this Bible says. But my belief is that they have tampered with the Bible. They've done nothing thus far to have me believe otherwise, right? So I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I just wanted to touch base on that sometimes you have to go beyond what's just put in front of your face, right? The Most High has blessed us with the ability to be able to discern for ourselves and give us intuition, right? Those two things have been given to us for a reason, right? Discernment and intuition. And it's very important for us to use those things responsibly and with awareness. So back to what I was saying about your journey will get you to your destination. It's your journey and your destination, right? Because your journey could start off bad, let's say. You could have a bad start at life, right? I can definitely attest to this. I feel like I had a very bad start at life, There were many factors that played a part in my early childhood development, right? And it could go one or two ways, right? I could develop a negative outlook, a negative response on life, which I did for a little while. I did, start to go off track. But then the Most High brought me back. I said, especially after having my first child, I started to get my act together, right? And since then, I've been trying to walk this now. I've struggled in the past with staying on the right path. But in the last few years, I think I've been really solid in my path to righteousness. And so on this journey, especially when you're awakened, you want to make sure that your main objective is, reaching that spiritual hiatus, if you want to call that, to where it's not I think I will get to heaven, but I know I will get to heaven, and this is what I believe will be my position in heaven, right? Because the Most High has told me this. You want to have that type of relationship with the Most High. And to have that, you have to stay on this righteous path, right? You have to stay on this journey of living righteous. Okay? So it is the journey. The journey equals the destination. Because let's say you choose a bad path, right? Let's say you start off on a good path, right? Let's say you're opposite of me. You have a perfect life, perfect family life, perfect household, and somehow you get astray, right? You start partying every night, drinking every night, doing drugs, and you had everything you wanted when you were a kid, and then you grow up and then you don't know how to live responsibly, right? You have not had a chance, or you have not been adequately introduced to, the Most High. And whenever somebody does try to, give you knowledge, give you a better understanding of the Most High and spirituality, you deny that, right? And you continue to live in this life of mischievousness and lucidness and, drinking, smoking, getting high, sexing, and all this stuff, right? So if you're doing all of these things, maybe you're committing adultery, maybe you're even murdering people, who knows what you could be doing, right? But if you're doing all of these things and being repenting, where do you think you're going to go? Like, come on now. Where do you think that's going to lead you, right? So what I mean by your journey is your journey and your destination that counts. Because the journey is going to decide where you go when you die, where you go in the spiritual realm, what you experience in the spiritual realm, because everything has meaning. This life has meaning. Your existence has meaning, right? It has a purpose. There is life after death. And this life is a test run, just like when you have tests in school. Just like when you have tests in school, right? So you can pass to that next grade level, or you can get that A grade, or that B grade, that C grade, that D grade, that F grade, right? So we must be aware of this, and we must acknowledge this, because sometimes it seems like people know, but then they fail to acknowledge what it is. They don't want to acknowledge the truth. They just want to continue to live in their sin. And, it is what it is, Everybody has a choice. I had a choice, and I decided, hey, I don't want to live in my sin. Hey, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to, go to hell with a bunch of these people that could care less about me anyway. Like, why would I want to do that? So the next topic that, I wanted to talk about briefly is, right now there's a decision that is being made. You either want to live a life of freedom and abundance, or you want to live a life of enslavement and captivity. What's it gonna be, you guys? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? You can live a life of freedom or a life of enslavement and in captivity. Now, how does a tamer or a catcher catch their prey, right? They leave a nice, fat, juicy piece of cheese, right, on a trap for the mouse. They leave a nice, big, juicy steak, or, a nice, fat, juicy, wiggly worm, right? That tantalizes the victim, right? Don't y'all see it happening now with all of this stuff they try to propagate, all these get rich quick schemes, all this AI technology. It looks really nice, very shiny, very pretty, nice. Ooh, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. But what is it for? It's to trap you, to enslave you, to capture you, to encage you. And we must be mindful of these things. That's why, I almost think, well, the Most High done chosen his true chosen, because we are already fully aware of this, And then the ones that are completely lost, their only way back end of the spectrum, they're all trapped up in it already, without even giving it a second thought. Like, a lot of these people, I feel like sometimes it makes me wonder, like, do you even care about your life? These people don't even care about their freedom. They don't even think about that. How could they? Because if they did, they wouldn't be entertaining half of the stuff that they are entertaining, Sometimes I just think, man, these people are just dead as a doorknob, They're just dead as a doorknob, They're nothing but flesh, They're already, AI in the flesh right there. But one of the things I wanted to leave y'all with is that the cage they set for us will be the cage they rot in. The cage they set for the true chosen will be the cage that they will have to rot in. And what I mean by that is, I don't know about y'all, but for me especially, this world just feels like sometimes it feels like it's just caving in around you, with everything that's going on, with everything they're propagating, the media, the news, the entertainment, even you step outside, you see trash here, trash there, new technology here, new technology there, these types of cars, that types of cars, these computers, that computer, AI, this, it could be like just like it's all caving in on you, right? Like it's just a big cage. But the Most High has really been revealing to me that, he is going to free his true chosen from this, and they will be left behind to rot in all of this filth that they have created. So I am going to leave y'all with that. I pray that this message was very encouraging and uplifting for you guys. I'm trying to help uplift my viewers and bring some type of light vibe, because it's so much, heavy energy, just very dark type of energy being spewed. through all of this media and stuff. So I really am wanting to be what the Most High has called me to be, which is a light bearer, and just really lighten your souls and uplift you, and especially in these times, because we really need that. So please feel free to email allthingswonderful7777@gmail.com if you have anything you want me to touch base on a deeper level. If there's anything you want to reach out to me for, just send an email to that email. Also, like, comment, subscribe to this content if you feel that these messages speak to you on a more personal, interpersonal level. Also, hit that notification bell. That way you are notified whenever I do release a new video. And with that said, I'm going to leave y'all there. Y'all already know what it do and what it is over here. It is peace, love, light. Shalom.